son, I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it.
All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? Flag! What is that? Right there, 55. Check the out.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. That's caught by Howard. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Defense, let's go.
Draw play, Winston to Jones. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
29-yard line. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Saints.
Here we go. 30 base. 54. Let's go, D. Let's go. Trickstone, travel.
Throwing on 1st down. Curley, this is intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing. but they watch the film as well, so they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Throwing on second and long. Winston going to throw right side here, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Ready, blue 80, 47. Check, 47. Green, 17.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready, black 25 to height. Now watch one.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Get ready.
To throw, Winston. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On third down, Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Ready, black 47. Three buzz. Wait. Mike's 47. Off. I got you. 47's the mic. Watch the slant.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field, despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Curley, Safarian Jenkins has it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. On third down, Ellis. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Curley. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ellis. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ready. 70, Indy. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Hey, high 7. Mike 54, Mike. Check. Watch 54, watch 54. Curley, Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, defense. Hey, Zoo. Right there. 54, right there. Get it.
On 4th down, Curley. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers' defense holds, and they get the football back.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 22, Winston, and he whips that one incomplete there. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Flip it. 55, my God, 55. Hey, keep it up. Watch forward.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Complete to Jones. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Carlton Davis picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? This is caught by Antonio Brown.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Saints' 28-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. 30.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready. Black 22. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 55.
A first down throw for Winston. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Ready? White 25. This way, come this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Green, triple team. Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go.
Jameis now on first down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 4. And this will be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Curley. Throw left side complete. That's Ellis. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. He's crazy. He's checking crap. Hey, echo. Watch twins.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Saints. 43 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
52. Watch 52. 52. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big pickup there. 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready. Flag. He's tired of me.
On the delay, Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Wait. 52. Wait, 52.
Throwing, Winston. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Guys, game situation. Let's go. No. Check that. We want Mike 50.
Winston now to throw on first down. This will be caught by Brown. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Winston. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 23-yard
Ready.
Jameis now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
The 16-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Wait. 5-0. 52's the mic, boys. 52. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Again, it's Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete. Xavier Howard on the cover.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 33. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. On 1st and 10, Winston. And the catch made by Walters. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Ready. Too late.
55. Hey, eat. Watch the run.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Check it out, read. And even. Mike 52, Mike 52.
To throw is Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Slam. Deuce. Easy. Me. I got this. Easy. Mike 52. It's our
They'll run on first down. Jones. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action now. Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Winston. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Bandit. Check 24.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Request to win. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now left side on the swing pass. Room here to run. They'll get 34 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Hey, orbit.
My 52. Watch the run, watch the run.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Pick me up. Here we go. Back two, the Mike. Mike back two. Let's go.
To throw again. Curley. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you've probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On third down, Curley. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
I'm going back to you. Jet 3. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. You're out. 10. 5.
On first down, Ellis. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
18 games. Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ellis, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz good on the extra point. Back now in Tampa. Well, the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Winston connecting with Howard. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flip it. Green, triple T. 55. Hustle. Hey, eat. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
Third and short yardage, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Ready. Blue ready. 55. Yeah, I got you. Let me go.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. Black, what is that? Check 55 to Mike. I got one. Flip it. Check right.
On second and 12, Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Jones. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Check 13. Come on. Yes. Out. Let's keep bringing it.
On second down, it's Hammond. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Ready. Black, what is that? You don't want none. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Here we go. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. The 30, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
The Bucs take over first and 10.
We go work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And when a free safety goes like he did there, he better be sure he's going to be able to make a play.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, because I have a feeling that the defensive coordinator and head coach are on the sideline screaming, no, no, no. Good play.
Yeah, good job,
play.
Buddy. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Here's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Now Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Tommy. No, check that. We want Mike White.
Winston now. Jones has it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Jameis now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10.
55, Mike, guy, 55. Hey, let's get in that holes.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Flip it.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Look slow. Get this.
From the red zone now, Winston. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
All day. Wait.
From the gun, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
52. I got one. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Share. Let's go.
Third and long for Winston. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Sheldon Rankins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Winston on fourth down. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And no, it's incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down but come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down now, Linder, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Let's go, one more. Watch the air. Wait. Let's go now.
On first down, it's Jones. The 20. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Levante David in on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Just stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, box truck.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
They'll go again to Jones. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Check, 47.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Pulled in at the 24. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know with that play,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Bucs, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.